Hi guys, it's me, it's Tiffany. You're here for Tiffany TV. And you're like, honestly, how many costumes does this girl have? And many. I have many costumes, and I love dressing up, and I love just being free and having fun. And so I did wear a different costume to work tonight. Minnie Mouse. I got this super cool dragon eye ring from my boss at work, which I love so much. Yeah, I had a fun time. I am recording again today, same day, but it's because I really am trying to get ahead of this and not fall behind. And I figure that being ahead is better than being behind. So that logic makes sense, right? And I also kind of feel like when I do an episode, I don't have any difficulty talking for 30 minutes, that's for sure. But I also feel like because I'm in the flow and I'm just saying the things that are coming to me, and I trust my heart, I trust that whatever divine is wanting to say through me or is putting on me, that is coming through, it's coming out, and I trust that. But I also feel like there are things that I forget or things that I don't say that I want to include into certain subjects. So we were talking earlier about manifestation and about creation, and there was some things that I had written down that I didn't review my notes and I didn't really check on before we ended the episode. And that's totally fine, because I'm okay to just say everything I need to say on the next one. So as long as you're okay with that, then that's how we're going to roll. So there may be like crossovers where we follow up on the episode before and the beginning of the next episode. So what I wanted to mention was, it was about divine inspiration and about Joe Vitale saying this thing that whenever, the moments, first I'll say what he says. He says that whenever people get an insight or an inspiration, or they have like a really big idea, that divine also gives that same idea or inspiration to 5 other people at the same time. At least, I mean, 5 seems like a really low number considering there are 8.5 billion people on earth. But like, let's just say a whole bunch of other people get the same sort of idea for inspiration. And those who act first are the ones who actually see that inspiration through. No, it's not that he says, because I think that there are other people that probably see it through, and that no matter how many people do it, if you do it and it comes through you, and you are unique and you are one of a kind and you are the only you that there is, that it's going to be different no matter what. And that is not a reason for you not to do it if you don't act immediately first. But what he says is those who act first are the ones who get the millions. And basically that when you receive a divine inspiration, you need to act swiftly. And so I started thinking about that. And I do know that, divine inspiration is, let's say the ether is up here, and this is like the plane that comes down into physicality, and like we're down here, that these ideas or these concepts come down from divine and they like fall down into density and the physical plane, where people like grab on. But if you are not ready, or if there are blockages and things that are stopping this divine inspiration from actually manifesting and coming into physical form, that it will just search for the path of least resistance. It will search for the place where it can be known, because divine doesn't really care who's doing it. Like, divine knows that it will be, and that even if you don't take that idea, that there are infinite millions of other ideas that are just as good, if not better, for you, that can come down. We're the only ones who have this like fear of missing out, or this paralyzing, performance anxiety, or feeling like we aren't enough and that we have to do more to be more, and we're the ones that attach assign these values to these things, instead of just saying, oh, if I didn't do this one, then there are all kinds of other things, and when I'm ready and I have nothing in the way, then it's just gonna come down from above and fill me with divine light and inspiration, and it's all just gonna come through me easily and effortlessly. Like, if we have trust and faith in that process, then it wouldn't matter if we didn't act, but because we have this fear of missing out, we kind of feel like we need to push ourselves. Now, it's also because the collective right now is in a yellow spectrum vibration. We are living through our solar plexus. So there is a lot of ego going on. There is a lot of materialism. There is a lot of like seeking and doing. There is a lot of the resonant shadow that's sort of like goes through the entire collective, is that we feel like we're not enough, and that we think that success in materialism or success in action is what makes us be more, even though we are already amazing and perfect the way that we are. We don't really need to do anything. So I understand what he's saying. I do understand what he's saying. I also feel like I've heard this sort of before in another way from a book called Big Magic. And that is by Elizabeth Gilbert. Sorry, like as if I'm talking about her, like she's my best friend. Liz Gilbert, my friend. She wrote that book, Eat, Pray, Love. She also wrote this another amazing book called Big Magic. And when I read that book, I seriously tripped out. Like, I had a freaking moment where I was just like, I don't know about this book. Like, I suddenly feel like if I get an inspiration and I don't act on it, it means that divine is going to give it to somebody else. And how awful is that if I get given this idea or this vision of something that I really, really want, but I'm not ready, and I don't take action, and I can't pull my shit together enough to like make it be or make it happen, or I'm not doing enough, or I'm not like meeting the right people or saying the right words or doing the right things, then all of a sudden I'm going to miss out on this opportunity that is so awesome and so great. And then I will never have another opportunity again. And I got really stuck on that. And I kind of tripped a little bit about that. And it really messed me up for a little while, until I was able to reframe that and really understand it from a totally different perspective, in the fact that in infinity, there is no end. It's not just one thing. It's not like you don't have one chance to make it big, or to not even make it big, but like you don't have one chance to like fulfill your purpose or live your dream or be the best version of yourself, because your dreams can change every single day, month, week, year, whatever. You can decide 1 minute that you want something, and then another minute you can decide that you want something completely different. You can be the best version of yourself. That version of you is constantly changing, that every time you reach the next level of the best version of yourself, then there's like another one above here. It doesn't ever stop. Like, you never stop growing and learning. And so understanding that there is no end to that, and that there aren't just a finite number of good things and ideas that are coming from source, and that if I don't grab onto these things, then I'm just lost. I'm like useless, and it's not going to happen. And it really took me reframing my brain and understanding that how I first received that book and how I first thought it to be was not, I'm sure, not the way that she was intending people to receive it, but also it was the most important thing for me to experience in that moment, in order for me to expand my awareness to understand it in a totally different way as well. So because I have experienced the contrast, now I am ready to listen to Big Magic by my friend Liz who I've met actually, by the way. She was in Halifax, and my beautiful husband for my birthday bought me VIP tickets to go to the big magic workshop at the World Trade Convention Center. And I actually got to meet her, and she's so lovely and so incredible. And just her energy and her vibe is so incredible. I absolutely love that woman. And of course, she's lived a remarkable life, and she's learned so many things, and she's just come so far, and she's such a beautiful soul. What I didn't realize even at the time, which is so wild, I have vision boards everywhere, all over my house. I've been making them for years and years. I really love to collage. I cut things out of magazines constantly and keep little bits of paper. My husband loves it. And so I make collages. I make collage books. I make collage cards. I like do all kinds of collage things. And so I have vision boards, and they're everywhere. And I have a vision board that is actually on the cork board in my bathroom downstairs. And what I didn't realize is there is a picture of Elizabeth Gilbert as like a cartoon character that says "Eat, Pray, Love" on it, that was in my bathroom for years and years and years. And who knew that I was manifesting meeting my hot shit? She's actually like a hot shit checklist, because I have like check marked her saying, yay, our paths aligned and crossed for sure. And who knew? I looked one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe that she's right there. So subconsciously in my mind, I was just pulling her and aligning these perfect moments to come together without any resistance for me to be in a place where I could experience her. Yeah, super great. So I'm going to listen to Big Magic again on Audible with a totally different perspective, and I'm going to see how I feel about it this time, because I do believe it is likely that I will understand that book in a totally different way this time around. Okay. So we have our creation box. I did write some things down that I wanted to put in my creation box after we were done the last time. And you may think some of these things are a little bit crazy, but I'm going to read them to you anyway. This first one says, and this is my creation, I am manifesting and creating $6 billion for the creation of the sanctuary for Dira North America. And you may be like, okay, this girl is crazier than we thought she was. And I would say, yeah, you might think so. But I actually truly believe that I've already manifested that $6 billion. And it's not $6 billion that I maybe have personally. Maybe. I mean, maybe it is. Who knows? But it's definitely $6 billion that I have access to in order to build a community and a space of living that allows people to be in an entirely new way. Yeah, I know. Wild. It's going to be so amazing. I've already seen so many visions of what it's going to be like there. And it is going to be so incredible. There's so much like love and respect and collaboration and creativity and laughter and joy and dancing and celebration and music. And it is all divinely inspired, like all just in the flow of divine guiding us, all of us together toward our highest. So, blessing this. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Okay. Yay. Creation. Next. What's next? Okay. So here I have all of my books, Traveling Through Consciousness, all of them, all 7 of them. So what you need to know and understand about these things that I'm putting inside of this box is that all of these things have already been an inspiration that divine has put on me, that divine has given me the gift of and put on my heart, saying, you can do this, you can do this. But in some way, I have put a block or built a wall or come up with reasons why I cannot, should not, will not, can't do them. And in this moment, I am declaring that these things will happen, and I am ready to let go and remove any of the blocks that are standing in the way of these things coming to fruition, because I'm ready. I'm really ready. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Okay, next one. Ooh, this is a fun one. This is a fun one. The Murray's in the light. The Murray's in the light. So I have a dream, actually, where I had an inspiration that my husband and I would go on tour in an RV or a converted bus or like some sort of like motor vehicle. It's like a house on wheels. I don't even know what it will be. Something that's big enough. I originally thought, ooh, oh yeah, I gotta remember that one. I originally thought that we could do it in one of those really little camper vans, you know, like the little tiny Mercedes ones, or even not Mercedes, like a Ford Transit van conversion. You know, I really love Adam, but I also feel like we need to have a little bit of space, especially if it's our first sort of trial of this. I think that we need to try it a little bigger before we pare down to something that small. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get all my books in there. Right? Where do those fit in a little tiny converted van where you don't even have a shower or a bathroom? I was like, you know what? Ditch shitting is okay, but like, I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I also have a dream to drive all the way from South America all the way home, like all the way up. That we could maybe do in a smaller one, because it's going to be a different situation. But our North American tour is going to be TNA on tour. Some people like to call us tits and ass, but it's Tiffany and Adam and TNA on tour. The Murray's in the light. And I have so many amazing ideas about how we would do this tour. And one of them has to do with conscious collaboration with different corporations, where we would have live DJ parties streaming in a parking lot. You know how like people drive their RVs and drive their vans and stuff around to parking lots, and they do this boondocking thing? We don't do it as much in Canada as you do in the United States. But I had this idea. I'm like, okay, so we could just go and have dance parties and like celebrate life, okay, in a parking lot. And let's say Costco, which is awesome. And I do believe that Costco, even though like it is a corporation, but I do believe their bones and their structure and like who they try to be and who they are is a conscious corporation. They're on a different level. Do you know how I know that? I know that because the people who work there forever. It's not Walmart, baby. It's Costco. Like, they treat their people so good. They must have such a great benefits package, and they must like pay their employees really well and have great perks. And like, because I'll tell you what, you walk into the Costco in Halifax and those people literally have worked there for like as long as I've been going there, maybe 25 years. So if you have a company that's really shitty to their employees, people don't stay there. They do not stay in environments for 25 years that are not good. Not these days. People are like, no, I'm out. Like, I value myself way more than that. Anyway, if you could do a collaboration, like a partnership with something, with a place like Costco, and you could like roll up, because there are Costco's everywhere. There are Costco's like in every major city that you could roll up, you could boondock. Costco could like fund and have, you could invite people that are, you know, that would be, I don't want to say at risk, but people that are, you could have like a barbecue, or you could have like food, and you could have a big celebration, and it could be like a community event where people could come and they could just, because I always see people at Costco that are panhandling and that are, trying to generate income or something. And if Costco was just like, celebrate life, and my husband is a DJ, and we could just dance, and we could live stream it on Twitch, and it would be so much fun. And we would just do a whole tour across Canada. We would do a whole tour across America, and we would just like have Costco dance parties in the actual parking lot of the Costco, like on a Sunday evening when it's closed at 6 o'clock. And it would be like an open community event. Their hot dogs are bomb too. So that's my first part of that plan. So let's just put TNA on tour, TNA on tour. Thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you. The other part of the plan involves the inmate solution, where I totally want to be able to start a program where I can teach inmates that are incarcerated voluntarily, and people that are willing and seeking. I would love to teach them how to channel, and start like a 6-week in-house program where they would go through 6 weeks of this program that I have designed, which is called the Inmate Solution, which is really like a healing modality for people that have been incarcerated, so that we can stop the cycle and those people can actually start healing on the inside. And it's actually like healing on the inside of the jail, healing on the inside of the people, healing on the inside also of like the workers, any support people, anyone that is involved. And the thing is that once you teach these people this skill and this modality, and it just keeps building and building and building, then it's sort of like, when your friend learns how to do something really, really cool, and it completely changes your life, that you can't help but tell people all about it. Like, that's what happened to me when I first learned how to channel. I was just like, oh my God, you have no idea what just happened. Like, I can't even tell you what just happened to me, but my life is completely changed because of this one sliding doors moment. It would be like that. And it would spread from the inside, where people would see that it is different. Like, these people are different. These people are changing, and it's starting inside of them. And it would literally spread like wildfire inside, from the inside. That's what I want to do. So the Inmate Solution. Yes. Thank you. I love you. 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 Filed. Okay. And then the third part of that little plan is actually, I want to start making music under a label called Divinal. I know, isn't it so great? Divinal. And I want to start producing music, although I don't know how to do that at all. Like, I have zero music producing skills as of this moment. Zero. I've never done that in my entire life, but I know so many DJ producers all over Canada and America have this brilliant idea that I want to do, like channeled in the flow power sessions, where we collaborate and make music together. So like, they're the ones that have the skills. I will be learning. Obviously, I'll probably get better as I go. But that we would sit in channel, and that we would like ask certain questions or do certain things, and that we would from start to finish create an entire song, like in a really compressed amount of time, that you're not thinking about anything. You're just totally in the flow of divine coming in. So every time I think of a song, and the first one is called I Want to See You Shine, and it's so good. It's so good. It is going to be a banger. It's a house music song, and it is going to make you want to dance like so much. Like, it is going to be Such an amazing anthem for life. I can't wait. I don't know which one of you is going to help me do that, but I'm looking for the right person that is going to help me produce the song. I want to see you shine. Okay, so I'm just throwing that out there. D Vinyl. It's going to be Tiffany and Adam, DJAO, Adam Osborne, and we are going to collaborate with all kinds of amazing DJs. We're going to do in-flow jam sessions. And then my idea is that at the end, when we basically have one song from each producer, we can make a whole album of all of these amazing house music songs and go to Miami and then have an album release party and throw a rooftop party in Miami for either Miami Music Week or Winter Music Conference, whichever one they're having at the time. And yeah, throw down and just like unleash all this incredible music into the world, and just so that people can feel joy and they can dance and they can feel love and they can come together and they can just feel so great about their lives. That is exactly what I want. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Okay. So many good ones. We have so many good things. I'm like filing this away in my creation box. These are the God projects. Like these are the projects that have already been given to me and put on me that I'm oh, I just smashed myself in the face with my pen. Okay, I am saying I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready to receive. I am open and ready. I am so ready. I am ready to remove and release all of my blockages. I am ready to be open and move in the direction I am ready to take divine inspired action. I am showing up. This is it. Okay. Last one for right now. Oh, no, I have another one that I was going to write. It is the Murrays in the light. The light. And the reason why I say the Murrays in the light is because this is the extension of the Murrays on the move. So when my kids were 8 and 10, my husband and I took our kids out of school for a year and we did a trip around the world, and we were called the Murrays on the Move. And we traveled for 274 days, 72. I don't know. It was a long, long ass time around the world. And I have always said, I want to do that again. I would love to do that again with my beautiful family, but I'm going to do it with Adam, the Murrays in the light. We are going to drive from South America to North America. And you know how incredible it would be after we did, well, who knows, before or after, but like we did the Conscious Corporation tour where we were in collaboration with Costco. But it would be so cool if we created a following enough that we could go to South America and just like go to little places and just have little dance parties there too, where you would just maybe meet with the municipalities or meet with the towns that you're going to and say, we're willing to come here and just like have this little party. Is this okay? It's all for free. We just want to come and have fun. And we're not trying to cause any trouble, but we just want to like dance and be together and have joy in a parking lot somewhere for our whole trip. That would be so cool. It really would be. I probably need to learn how to speak Spanish, at least a little bit. Learn to speak Spanish. Or have a translator. Natalia, Nati, Chela, I am calling you. Maybe you can come with us, the Murrays in the Light. Dira Colombia and Dira North America can do a big, big South American tour. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Okay, last one. Oh my goodness. How is that even 30 minutes? All right. Freedom House. The This is my last one for right now. This is my last one. Big magic, big magic. Okay. So Freedom House. Freedom House is an idea that I have to create a communal living house that is after people go to rehab for drugs and alcohol, that is based on Dira protocol and based on the idea of channeling and connection with divine and using that to your advantage for healing and sort of being able to do emotional resolutions and then core belief releases where you can reprogram your mind into a new belief standard for yourself. And they're called Freedom House, and they're called Freedom Houses. And in my mind, there are 7 of them, all in Nova Scotia, all in a line on the Dragon Lay line that runs through Nova Scotia, mostly in the valley that runs up the whole valley. And that there would be 7 of them all the way up to Cape Breton. And that we would have one for each chakra. And basically that people, it's like a transition house almost for people who have already gone through rehab that are choosing that they want to live in a conscious community of other people who are choosing to live in the freedom of sobriety. So this is a beautiful idea that I had.